Namaste, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all staying safe during this COVID crisis time. And welcome to this session of an introduction to Indian classical music appreciation. This is hosted by eSwara.org. As many of you might know, eSwara.org is a non-profit entity that operates from Portland, Seattle, and Bay Area, conducts various musical events, non-profit activities that are generally leaning towards spread of Indian classical music in the United States of America. Uh, we are all in very troubled times, and for this time, Iswara is organizing a fundraiser that you can see on the Iswara page. Please donate if you can to the cause of COVID victims in New York. So, this being a presentation on Indian classical music, I would like to actually start with a small invocation, and then I will go into the details of what we cover today. Saraswati, 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 Namastubhyam, Varade, Kamarupini, Saraswati, Namastubhyam, Varade, Kamarupini, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Vidyarambham Karishyami, Siddhirbhavatu me Sara. For those of you watching, for those of you watching, I will be actually presenting from the slides, and because of the way how I have manipulated multiple screens, you may see, if you have any trouble in watching any of the sections of the slide, please let me know by commenting. And first of all, my name is Rama Prasad. I am based in the Bay Area. I'm an engineer by profession, but I have been a lifelong student of classical music. I am also a Karyavachana artist. I sing the poetry of our ancient poets, which is a tradition that has passed on from the times of Ramayana. If you know, Lava and Kusha actually went to Rama's court, Rama's darbar, where they sang Ramayana. So that is where the art of Kavyavachana has started. And I do that. In other activities, I also write in the stage plays over here in the Bay Area, and I talk about various aspects of music with fellow musicians, interested folks and students here in the Bay Area whenever I do get a get such an opportunity. And it is indeed a very great opportunity to be talking to folks all around the country on this on this on this live video on Iswara. I really would like to thank Iswara for that. My association with Iswara and Mahesh has been quite long time, from almost 25 years. When we worked together, and after they moved to Seattle and we moved here into the San Francisco Bay Area, we have been in touch. And then I'm a volunteer coordinator for Iswara, and try to help them with stuff whenever possible. So that apart, I have on the slide, you can see a couple of links. I'm a composer. I have composed many classical pieces, and then some of those recordings you can find on the Sri Ranjani music page, listed over here. Our drama productions, they are on those videos and other related things you will find on Mandara Creations page. There is also the YouTube link for Mandara Creations, and you can also catch me on Twitter My username is my handle is Hamsanand. So with that, I'll set a tone to what we are going to see in this session and the subsequent sessions. I'm calling it part one because I don't know, the variety of audience we have here today may be there may be a lot of overlap. Some people are very learned. They have a good understanding of music, and there may be younger students as well. I try to keep cover all bases as much as possible. If I am going overboard or it's tough, please comment there, and I'll try to address that as much as possible. If it cannot be done today, I'll try to see how we can do better next week. We currently have two sessions planned this week and next week, but we might actually add a few more. Um, so in today's session, what we are going to see are some of the fundamentals of Indian classical music. There's a reason why I specifically say Indian classical music. You will see as we proceed in the presentation, and we'll also I'll be talking about how Indian classical music differs from other music systems, and generally people here in the USA, most of you are familiar with Western music. You are aware of it. You will be listening to that all the time. So it's good to know the differences. Although you may be actually you have heard all of them for a long time, you may not specifically the reasons why they are different and how they are different. We'll see elements such as melody and harmony, how they play up into that. We will see some of the keywords: Shruti, Swara, Sthai, Raga, Gamaka, etc., that you generally hear in a musical setting. Um, some of you may know what it is, some of you may have a hazy understanding. We'll try to keep it to an introductory level, not go into very technical details, but some technical details to make it make there is some learning there. Okay. We'll see what makes the difference between Hindustani and Carnatic Sangeeta, some compare and contrast, and what makes a raga a raga. Um, so this is a question that many people ask. What is a raga? Is this film song in a raga or not? Or any tune, is it a raga or not? This this is a complicated question, but I think we'll try to answer to how much ever possible. And then and then how how do you identify ragas? And then what are the moods that ragas convey? So if we cannot cover all of this in today's session, we will spill some of that into the next session. But I think that should be fine. Whenever you have a problem, I see some of the people mentioning about volume. I try to keep it to maximum now. I hope it is getting better. Um, and we'll proceed, and as I see your comments, I'll try to rectify as much as possible. And sometimes you might see me moving towards the other screen, not looking at the camera. That's because of the placement of the multiple screens over here. So I apologize for that beforehand. Okay. Uh, Now let's start with the definition. The Sanskrita word, or the word that's used in all Indian languages, is Sangeeta. Um, Geetam Vadyam Chandrityam Cha Trayam Sangeetam Uchyate. That is what we say. Interestingly enough, in the days of yore, um, Sangeeta also included dance. Okay, so Geetam is vocal, Vadya is instrumental, and Nritya is dance. So all of them together composed made Sangeeta. It's one today. Today we uh, generally consider only vocal music and instrumental music as music. Okay, and we keep dance separate. It's an interesting observation. So one of the oldest living traditions of music in the world. That's for sure. And at the minimum, it has a trackable history of 2,500 years. So the earliest, how do we know music is so old? That's because we have musical works that are um, datable to 200 years, at least 200 years before um, Common Era, that is before Christ. So what happens is, and that work is called Nati Shastra. It's an encyclopedic. That means it encompasses everything that you can think of about performing arts, written about 2200 years ago. There have been some additions to the book later in later centuries, but I think the last time it was updated was about 1800 years ago. So that tells that the music of our time of India had reached to a very great heights at the time. So it has a long, long tradition, and it's very few traditions can trace themselves to that long ago. So in between, if in between, if you have any questions, then you can post them over here, and then I'll try to answer them as whenever possible. So coming to music and Indian culture, Indian music, it's very much intertwined with Sanatana Dharma, or what we call Hinduism today. So um, we have our gods and goddesses who play musical instruments. Who doesn't know of Krishna's flute or Saraswati's veena or Narada's tambura? Narada also carried a veena, by the way. And Tumburu Narada are considered legendary or mythological singers. And Shiva himself is the embodiment of music. If you are familiar with the composition of Tyagaraja, नादतनुम् अनिशं शङ्करं नादतनुमनिशं शङ्करं नमामि मे मनसा शिरसा nada. So Shiva himself is an embodiment of music. That's what Tyagaraja calls him. And if you वरकच्छपिरवनिरतां पुस्तकशुकसरसिजाक्षमालादिधृतां सततं प्रणमाम्यहं श्रीपङ्केरुहासनाम्. This is a composition of Sri Balamudi Krishna praising Saraswati. He calls Saraswati as the one who is holding the Kachapi Veena in her hand. And you know the famous verse by Kalidasa, right? माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्ती मदालसा मञ्जुलवाग्विलासा. So Kalidasa calls Kali or Devi or Gauri, however you want to call her, as the one who is playing the Manikya Veena. So Veena made of and bejeweled by Manikyas or rubies. And Krishna's flute is legendary. ಕೊಳಲನೂದುವ ಚದುರನಾರೆ ಪೆಡಮ್ಮ. So all Haridasas and Jayadeva, they all talk about Krishna playing the flute. So what it means is that the music of India has been so dear to people, and it's been uh, it's been made part of all the made part of our culture, our mythology, our gods and goddesses. So you see plenty of references about in musical compositions and literature about music. So the music is not just a part of the entertainment, but it is also philosophical. It is also religious. It's also a path that leads to a what we call as moksha, or the fulfillment of life. So if we look at the historic beginnings of music, it's definitely ritualistic. I think most world music systems started something of a folk and ritualistic beginnings, and then expanded to wider horizons. So, as as we attribute many of the things in our culture to Vedas because they are probably the oldest entities that we know of, and we also attribute music to Samaveda. So one of the three Vedas, so Veda Trayi, that's Samaveda, is considered the origin of music. This could be actually because Vedas are considered anadi, there is no beginning. So that also tells in a way that music has no beginning. It's existed for really really long time. For example, you know that there were flutes not in India but in Germany, in Switzerland, somewhere they have found flutes made from about 40,000 years ago in animal bones. So that means music and was part of human culture for a long time. So that is how we consider it part of Veda because the some of the Vedas like Rig Veda and Yajurveda were sung in or were recited in what we call in three swara or Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita. If you know about any if you have seen any chanting like Rudra or whatever, you might have seen Namaste Astu Dhanvade Bahubhyamutate Namaha. Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Trayambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikarmikalaya. So this is how it goes. So you can see there are only three levels of notes. So that there's three levels. So which were called Udatta, Anudatta, and Swarita. And coming to Samaveda, this number increased to seven, which represented the seven swaras of music. Okay, so but if you actually listen to a recitation of Samaveda today, uh, I mean, don't think that it is as complicated as today's music is. It's probably not as musical as what we are used to in our classical music. But what it tells us is the basis or the beginnings of our music were started back in the days of Veda, and that is why we consider it part of or to have begun with the Samaveda. So as I said, if we want to trace the beginnings, the earliest and full text that we have is called Natya Shastra. Natya Shastra is the book of performing arts. It's a 2,000-year-old text, give or take, 200-300 years ago, 200-300 years. It shows an advanced state of performing arts achieved by them. I think I mentioned this. And it describes various aspects of performing arts, including dance, drama, music, literature, in about 6,000 verses and spread over 36 chapters. Out of these 36 chapters, I think chapters 28 through 35, they are um, they are related to music. They talk about aspects of Indian music as it was present during the time of Natya Shastra, that is about 2000 years ago. Even though it is 2000 years work, some of the factors are still very very relevant. You might find it interesting that excuse me, it discusses things like how the orchestra should be sitting in a performance. Who should be sitting in the front? Who should be sitting in the back? Who sits on the side? And how the audience must be seated in an auditorium. And how the auditorium must be built. So all these practical aspects are still useful in a text of 2,000 years ago. So that tells how far sighted the people were. So, but is Natya Shastra the oldest book on Indian music? Apparently not, because it does talk about other books that were there before Natya Shastra. We can actually see Natya Shastra as the end of the beginning. In the sense, there were many books before Natya Shastra dealing with various aspects of performing arts, and Natya Shastra sort of was a compendium of including all that information that was available by the time. So later users or later performers did not need to refer to any other book other than the Nati Shastra. So that is what we can sort of infer. But for example, a book called Nardiya Shiksha, which is even dated before the Buddha, that is before 600 BCE, that preceded Nati Shastra by 500-600 years, right? So given the time lapse between Nati Shastra and today, some of the musical aspects that we see in the book are not 100% intelligible, but there are a lot of things that we can still relate to in the Nati Shastra. Okay? I hope the pace is not too fast, and if there is any questions, you can post on the side. I will try to answer as much as possible. And in this talk, you may see me switching between Hindustani music, Western music, and Carnatic Sangeeta and Hindustani Sangeeta, etc. It's actually intentional. I'm trying to give a holistic view rather than go very deep into um, any of those. But I think as an introductory talk, I think it should be useful to be giving that kind of 100 feet view. The Indian music and Western music, if you look at it, the primary difference is Indian music is a melodic system. So it's an English term, they call it melodic system, and Western music is a harmonic system. So when you say harmonic system, what it means is they depend on multiple notes playing together. So multiple instruments playing together at different, each playing a different note, each playing it at a different frequency, but to cause a wholesome effect. So that is a harmonic system. But in Indian music, it's a melodic system or what we call a raga-based system, where it's not just the notes, not just the swaras that are important. We don't actually look at, try to um, try to make it a group performance of people speaking at people singing a different thing at the same time. But it's based on a mode is the word often used in Western music. But a raga-based system is called a mode-based system. We primarily Indian music system is based on raga. So we'll see some details as we go. Interestingly, whether Eastern, whether Indian or Western, the music has only 7 notes or 7 swaras, and there are 12 semitones in an octave. So, and one octave with 7 notes with 12 semitones. So this is something. Why is this universal? This is universal because of how our ear perceives musical frequencies. When you sing of an octave, so assume the frequency is x. The frequency is 1.5. 1.5 times x. Sa, the frequency is 2x. So that is how an octave is formed. So irrespective of where your octave is, the the ratio of the lower saw to upper saw is always 1:2. So it is the same in Western music as well. So that's and how did they arrive at this is by the same what we call as Shadja Panchama Bhava, meaning sa pa, and then if you take the Panchama after Panchama, it goes to a note what we call as Chatushriti Rishma, and so on. So therefore, if you keep doing that cycle, you'll get all the 7 notes in an octave. So both the Indian music and Western music have concepts called consonance and dissonance. We call it Wadi and Vivadi. Wadi is something that sounds good when played together or when sung together, while Vivadi is something that is sort of jarring to the ears when played together. So in Western music, you might hear concepts like chords. They play multiple strings or multiple notes at the same time, which uh, the the multiple notes actually create a chord, and they create a chord that is giving you a wholesome effect. So that is where the harmonic part comes. So in Indian music, we don't generally do that except in choral performances and also some fusion performances. But in pure classical music, we don't do that. But still, the concept of consonance and dissonance are very much there because that is what causes music to feel good or not. Okay. So some other important salient features of Indian classical music are its emphasis on improvisation. So if you see a Western music concert, for example, you might see the piano, the cello, the violin, a flute. Everybody has a notation in front of them, and they have their own places where they will play. They play exactly as per the notation, as per how the composer or the conductor has written the piece. They do exactly how it's to be performed. While if you go to an Indian music performance, you are generally not going to see people looking at the notes, notation, and singing. That is because our compositions are done, our sangatis are there, but there is quite a bit of liberty for the artist to extrapolate based on the framework. So improvise. So all that is there in Indian music. There is a bit of improvisation in Western music as well. I know I don't say it's not there, but the thing is, if a composition is if it's a concerto in C um, or concerto in G, if it was written by Bach or Beethoven in some particular way, and if a combination of instruments has to be in the specific way, they always do it that way. But if Tyagaraja composed a song, Ramani Samana Mevaru, he may have sung only four sentences. But you may find today, an artist singing 20 sentences on the same line. So on the same pallavi. So therefore, what that means is there's a lot of scope for improvisation on the artistic individualness of the performer. So I also said we have less of orchestration in Indian music as we see today, unless it's actually done as an orchestra or ensemble. But a classical music performance is generally not orchestra based. Historically, however, as this is what we discovered from Natya Shastra, that there seems to have been more of such group singing, such ensembles earlier in older times. That could also have been, because of the absence of amplification, the situations were different. So people would, if they want to be heard, maybe there's a bigger group of musicians, a bigger group of flautists, and a number of veena players on the ensemble would have made the music more wholesome and more enjoyable. So this also tells, getting into these older texts also gives you a good idea of how the systems change over time because of technology, because of the environment they live in, and so on. So uh, let's define some commonly heard terminology. Shruti is that if you are a music student, your teacher is always asking you to stick to your Shruti, right? Um, Basically, as we understand, as we mean it today, Shruti means the pitch or the frequency, your base adhara shetsha that you are singing at. The word itself, Shruti, means something that is heard. Shruyate iti Shruti. One something that can be heard is Shruti. But technically, in musical parlance, it is now we consider it as the adhara Shruti. Now you can hear the tambura playing. So it is playing me four notes. Sa, 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 sa. So and that gives me an Adhara Shruti. which is my sa. This is Adhar Shanja. Sa. This is my higher Shanja, Adhar Shanja. Right? This is the base of my octave. And an interesting thing is, um, in Indian music, the Adhar Shruti is fluid. It's fluid in the sense, uh, your Shruti may not be my Shruti if we are singing at different times. The only thing it's required is in a performance, everybody sticks to the same Shruti. But because the throat capacity of each person is different, I may be able to sing at a Shruti, that's called white one or C on the harmonium. Somebody may be singing in D, which is higher. Somebody may be singing in B sharp, which is lower, and so on. But uh, the only the requirement is for you to stick to the shruti. For example, if I just take a simple song, this is my shruti right now. So, Varavina Mridupani Vanaruhalochana Rani. Okay, so there is no requirement for this song to be sung in this particular shruti, right? So if I change my shruti, let's see how it goes. Sa pa sa Varavina Mridupani Vanaruhalochana Rani. Right? You can see the relative positions of swaras within the composition hasn't changed. But the overall position of where that song is occurring in the frequency domain is changed. So I can still go lower. So this is how the Shruti isn't really um, fixed for um, for a, for a song, but for a singer, for a performance, when they are playing together, they are all playing in the same Shruti. Okay, we have um, we have a saying called Shruti Mata Laya Pita, meaning Shruti is like the mother, and Laya is the rhythm, is like the father. We are not going to any of the Laya or the rhythm aspects today. Maybe in another session we will talk about that. I just wanted to show how Shruti can be fluid, or can be at the will of the singer. It can be chosen when singing Indian music. So now, swara uh, is a note, and if we can call it a note, it can be called a note. An octave is made of 7 swaras, which are not equidistant from each other. It's not like the octave is cut into 7 pieces, and then each one um, is a swara. It's not like that. Swara encompasses an interval and can represent a range of frequencies. So the there's something called equal temperament and just temperament. I'll talk a little bit in the next slide also. If assume if the octave were divided equally into the 7 swaras, then you can call it equal temperament. But if it is actually tuned in a way more natural, with more natural sounds, then it's called just temperament. So if I go and show you the positions of the swaras for the previous song, it was in Raga called Mohana. Sa ri ga pa da sa sa da pa ga ri sa. So the swara can be a single point, but when you are singing, um, it will also come with other ornamentations which we talk about later. Uh, but sa ri. So now you can see, instead of saying sa ri, Re. So re is oscillating around a mean. So that's why I said swara encompasses an interval and can represent a range of frequencies. So how big of an interval is good? That depends on the raga. So not all swaras can have the same kind of oscillation, and it depends on what makes a raga a raga. We'll come to that. So the seven swaras that we have in Indian music are called Shadja, Rishabha, Gandhara, Madhyama, Panchama, Dhaivata, and Nisha. And we use the acronyms or the symbols for them. We don't, when we are singing, we say Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. This is like the first exercise, first Sarale verse that we start with students, right? It's in a raga called Mayamana. And interestingly, we attribute swaras to represent sounds made by different animals. This, as I said, is like historical of showing how music it comes from nature. If you see Amarkosha, for example, it lists the swaras like Nishadarshava Gandhara, Shadja Madhyama Dhaivataha, Panchamaschetini Sapta, Tantri Kantrotita Swaraha. It says Nishada, Rishabha, Gandhara, Shadja Madhyama Dhaivata. These are the seven swaras that come from Tantri, that means the string, Kantha, and the throat. So these are the seven notes. Then it goes on to say, Shadja Mayuro Vadati Gavo Rishabha Bhashinaha, means Shadja is sung by or said by Mayura, that's the peacock. Gao means a cow, moose in Rishabha. Aja Vikantu Gandharam, that's the Aja is goat. Says the Gandharaswara. Krauncha bird, says Madhyamam. Pushpa Sadharane Kale Vikat Pujati Panchamam. Means during the springtime, the koels sing in Panchamam. So this might actually put you a question. If the Shruti, Adhara Shruti itself is fluid, the Sa is not fixed, how can these be related to animal sounds? So it's more of I think just to show how musical notes take their inspiration from animals and birds and other sounds around us, rather than thinking that a quail or peacocks always gives out the shed just one. So it's not really possible in the sense of what we think of music today. But it's an interesting in the point of being a historical representation or origin of swaras. So I was telling about just temperament and equal temperament. If you are a keyboard player or a guitar player, you might know you can play a song starting from any key. So that is because they are generally tuned to just temperament. Equal temperament. So therefore, the ratio of one key to the previous um, is same as that key and the next. So each note is differs by the same amount of in the logarithmic scale. So therefore, one can go and play a song, um, generally movie songs, on any key. And if you have tried playing Indian classical music, you find it quite hard. Yeah, of course there are lots of good artists who do that, but for a novice it's no easy thing. So that's because our notes on the keyboard are not exactly to the just scale, but they are on the equal tempered scale. So I thought this information would be somewhat interesting. Okay, so now getting on to the octave and something called the Pratinidhi Tattva, the principle of representation. I told you about the seven swaras in an octave, 12 semitones. So how do they sound? We can just try to sing that. So if this is my sa, sa, pa, sa, sa, re, re, ga, ga, ma, ma, pa, da, da, ni, ni, sa. So this is actually called a chromatic scale, in Western music. So singing all the notes together one after the other. So the 12 semitones we call by different names. Whatever is spread over in the octave, in Western music we will call them as like A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, etc. Or we can also call them as flat. There are two different ways of notating it. So in Indian music, you generally go with a shadja, one single shadja, followed by two ris, two gas, two mas, and a single pa, two das, two nis, and a sa. And this is generally what Hindustani music does. So they say sa, re1, re2, ga1, ga2, ma1, ma2, pa, da1, da2, ni1, ni2. So they also don't generally use the number system, but instead they call that the first swara, first rishabha, they call as komal. Sa, re, this is called komal re. Sa, re, that's called shuddhari. Sa, ga, they call it komal gandhar. Sa, ga, they call it shuddha gandhar. Except in madhyama, so generally the shuddha is the lower note. For Ni, Ga, Da, Ni. But for Madhyama, the lower one is called Shuddha, Sa, Ma. But the higher one is called Sa, Ma, Prati Madhyama. Coming to Karnataka Sangeeta, because of the history, I think, there were some ragas which were taking the Re in the position of Ga. So this is in fact a very old raga called Nata, which is probably more than at least 1,000 years old. So na, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, ni, sa, ni, pa, ma, ga, ma, re, sa. So this is how it had come in tradition. And there is also another, again, very old raga called Varali. Sa, re, ga, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa, ni, da, ba, ma, ga, re, sa. So how do you accommodate this re? Sa, re, ga. So the ga is actually sounding at the place of re. So therefore, Karnataka Sangeeta uses a three-value system where we call it as three sa, re1, re2, re3, and re2 maps to the same swara as ga1, re3 maps to the same swara as ga2, and so on. So this makes to accommodate ragas like Nata and Varali, which were quite ancient, into the classification system of Karnataka Sangeeta. Okay, so in Karnataka Sangeeta, then we use a number notation, or the shuddha in the notes when prefixed to a note are generally the lowest ones. So the rishabhas are called shuddha rishabha, chatushruti rishabha, and shetshruti rishabha. Gandhara is called shuddha gandhara, sadharana gandhara, and antara gandhara. In daivata again we have shuddha daivata, chatushruti daivata, shetshruti daivata. Nishada you have Shuddha Nishada, Kaishiki Nishada, and Kakali Nishada. So, because of this representative principle or the Pratinidhi Tattva, the old and ancient ragas could be kept as it is, not changing them to Sarigama, something that was sung like that. In an instrument, you would not find the difference, but Sarigama. So that can be sung as Sarigama. So in Hindustani Sangeeta, actually, you can see lots of ragas have Sarigama, uh, those kinds of prayogas. In Carnatic Sangeeta, generally we don't have the two varieties of the same note occur side by side. Okay. So with this, let's jump to what is a raga. I think if someone asks about what constitutes Indian music, I think the single easiest answer for you to give is, yeah, it is a raga based system. But what does raga mean? Raga, the word raga means color, and it's also can be derived like Ranjayati iti raga, meaning one that entertains, one that shines, or one that colors. So in all these aspects, I think it's very clear the ragas developed as people tried singing various tunes. They kept on doing experiments. They found whatever was good. They kept whatever was good and dropped off or discarded whatever wasn't sounding good. And so it's a by generations and generations of experimentation with music of musicians, they that is what has created a corpus of the huge number of ragas that we have in Indian music. Raga is not just a scale, meaning it's not a bunch of notes, um, but it's much more than that. It has a life of its own. For example, let me try to sing a scale and then a raga for you. This is something that most of you are familiar with. Um, Janaganamana Adhinayaka Jaya He. Okay. So this is based in what a Western major scale. So if I just sing the notes for this, maybe so, of this raga is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. So this is what we call the murchana of this raga. So in Hindustani it's called Bilawal. In Karnataka Sangeeta it's called Shankarabharana. But if you have learned a composition in Shankarabharana, I think it doesn't sound anything like Janaganamana. For example, I'll sing a bit from Devarnama. Ranga Bagilinda Chege Pogarilo. Or even a film song like Omkaranadanusandanamauganame Shankarabharanamu Shankarabharanamu. So you can see there is a whole body of this for this raga which is absent in just the plain scale. So plain scale or murchana or a collection of notes is not going to make a raga. Right? But well, there are some ragas that can be done scalarly, based on the scale. Um, the number of such ragas is few, but they do exist. For example, if I sing a raga like Mohana, it can be fairly well sung. It can be fairly well sung even with just notes. As I said, Varavi Sadapagari Sadapagari Pagari Sagari Sada Sari Gaga Papa Dada Sa Sadapagari Sadapagari Sa Pagari Sa Gari Sa. So this you can see that with very minimal oscillations on the notes, but it just plainly singing the swaras. It's quite possible to bring out the some of the ragas which we call scale-based ragas for that matter. This raga or Mohana, it's a worldwide known scale called the major pentatonic scale. If you go to, for example, Lion Foods, you might sing. You might find Chinese songs playing, which all sound like Mohana because it's a this scale is very popular and it's there in Chinese, Korean, and other parts of Asia too. So now, with that previous introduction, I think it's time to see what caused the difference between Janagana Mana Adhinayaka to Omkara Nadhanu Sandhana Maugana Me. What is that? So that is a gamaka, or the ornamentation on the notes that we give in Indian music. It's that is what gives the characteristic to the ragas that we sing. So mostly the swaras are not sung plain, but generally with some ornamentation. Technical term for which is called gamaka. So gamakas are classified into 10 types or in certain books, 13 types in certain books, 15 types in certain books. The number is not really important unless we actually go to a full session on of gamakas and how they are named and how they are classified and what raga has what gamaka, etc. That's probably not the scope for this session. But I just wanted to introduce to you why gamakas and how gamakas are important and how they are one of the main traits of one of the main traits of the many traits of a raga. So if you look at as I yeah, so when as a student, you might know if you are being taught, you are taught Sarle verses, and then Jati verses, and then Alankaras, and then Tikas, etc. And you are taught generally first to sing without any gamakas, and then you're taught to sing them with gamakas. So I'll just illustrate that this beginning exercises to show the differences. Like sa re ga ma pa da ni sa 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 re ga ga ma ma pa. So the janta that you give sa sa re re. So this itself is a gamka. It's called a ahata gamka. Sa sa ni ni da da pa pa ma ma. So this is a gamka. This is called pratyahata. So that is how we start introducing these characteristics of music while teaching. Although all the terminology may not be taught, the student is sort of ready to grasp those concepts as they go ahead. If you go to Dati Barasis, sa ma ga ma ri ga sa ri. So this is plain singing notes, but you can give a kind of jaru, another ornamentation or gamaka called jaru. Sa ma ga ma ri ga sa ri sa sa ri ri ga ga ma ma ri pa ma pa ga ma ri ga. So you slide from one note to the other. Sa ma ga ma ri ga sa ri re pa ma pa ga ma re ga. So this is singing plainly without any gamaka, but sa ma ga ma re ga sa re sa sa re re ga ga ma ma re pa ma pa ga ma re ga re re ga ga ma ma pa pa ga da pa da. So you get the point, right? So if I think the next slide I list some of these gamakas. As I said, we'll not go into all the details, but this definition is very interesting. It says Sangeeta Ratnakara. It's one of the very important texts of music. I think I should talk just briefly about that. Our Indian music system can be sort of divided into two, like before Sangeeta Ratnakara and after Sangeeta Ratnakara. 12th century was a time where lots of changes were happening in India. So we switched from what was called a grama system to a mela based system and so on. So this is anybody post 12th century referred to Sangeeta Ratnakara for as their biggest reference. So it defines gamaka as swarasya kampo gamakaha shrotra chitta sukavaha. So that is very important. It's an oscillation or the meandering of a swara, but one that is shrotra chitta sukavaha, that is one is pleasurable to the ears. So if I just sing there is a kampa. There is there is definitely a kampa around the note, but it is not pleasing to the ear. So the point is it has to be pleasing to the listener. So tasya vedastu tiripa spurita kampita sthata lina lorita vari tribhinna kurulahataha ullasita प्लावितश्च गुंफितो मुद्रितस्तथा नामितो मिश्रितः पंच दशेति परिकीर्तितः. So we, as I said, some of them we already spoke about. Ullasita is the what you see in Janta. We saw. So this is if I don't open my mouth but sing humming. That's Gulpita. So this is how Ratnakara defines Gamakas. So I think this is probably a good time for me to wrap up. It's 2:56. I have a few more, but I think we can move it to the next session. Probably it's also a logically good place to end because we have introduced many of the concepts that are required for how to identify ragas, how to distinguish between ragas, how to identify whether it's the Hindustani rendition or not. Now, if you are a Karnataka, if you are a student learning both, then you might hear your teacher singing, okay, telling you, don't mix both. No, this is not Hindustani. Okay, don't sing Karnataka Sangeeta. So all these type of things you will be interested to listen to that. I think we will continue from this point in the next session. I thank you for joining today's session. I hope you found this interesting and you join us for the next sessions. In the next session, we will talk about differences between Hindustani and Carnatic Sangeeta. What causes, how do you identify ragas? What are some of the good tips and some of the history of ragas? They're very very interesting to see why the raga called Malkons is called Hindola in Carnatic Sangeeta, and there is a Hindola in Hindustani which is totally different, and then Bhairavi in Hindustani is totally different from Bhairavi in Carnatic Sangeeta, and why Bhairavi is Sindhu Bhairavi in Carnatic Sangeeta, and all these kinds of interesting things about the lives and etymology and history of ragas. We will talk about that. And also there are some mathematical aspects of how classification of ragas is done. That's very interesting. In fact, all Indian Shastra means a science in India. So they were very, very much behind this taxonomy. If you see any of the books like any of the books on music or even like things like cooking written in Sanskrit, you will see anything is split into 20 to 25 types, and each of them having their own characteristics, etc. All this is only because of the variety of cultures that we see in India, and what have caused the music system to grow and enhance itself to become a big banyan tree like the huge corpus of music. So therefore, I think that will be this is a good point. It's a point to stop. So and then I thank you once again for joining, and I really would like to see you next week. And if you can donate to the cause for Iswara helping the COVID victims in New York, that will be great. Share share the news about this sessions coming on in the next week. Do join us, and if you could not hear, I think after some time you'll be able to watch the session a little later when it gets posted to the page. And if you have any specific questions, asks, that what should be covered in the next sessions. Um, please let us know by commenting on this video. We can definitely consider using your inputs for the next sessions, and have a safe stay home, and have a safe times during this crisis, and wish everyone good health and happiness for the days to come. Thank you very much.